back on Waving Valley, Sea Lake. Been struggling since before Christmas, but it's been mild, so thought I'd fish sort of like where I got a chance of a real big one. Anyway, come back on here a couple of days ago. Fished 2 days and it was like absolutely freezing. Why I haven't spoken about all of that is because I've just been writing the book. Anyway, I've just had my first one of the new year, so I'm going to have some breakfast and then I'll show you what's going on. You can't beat a bit of the old cold mornings, a bit of the old fry up. Yeah, so it's real cold for a couple of nights. I mean, it turned mild sometime after 1:30. The lake was totally frozen. That's AM, of course. I opened my eyes, heard the wind, and then looked out, and it's like clear. I haven't repositioned the rods purely because good chance of a bite at the moment. Got a nice push of southwesterly wind on here. Like I said in a couple of blogs before, I haven't done anything on the YouTube right yet. It's going to go up, but you've got to bear with me. I've just got to get this book finished. It's well and truly taken over my life now. Been blanking. I don't mind admitting it either, right? Yeah, but I've named it, called it in fact, The Curse of the Book. Anyway, like I said, I've landed my first one. It's a mirror, up a double, 19, maybe £20, 18, 12, something like that. I popped it in a vision retaining system just while I finished doing my breakfast. That's the first time back on the water with the bait, so in adverse conditions. There's no one else here, nothing's been out since, I think it was Friday or Saturday, and we're now Tuesday. So anyway, I'll talk more in a minute, right, and show you this fish, etc, etc. Because I want to eat this breakfast, I'm starving. Anyway, speak to you in a bit. Right, I christened my new scales. I've got the Corda Ruber-Heatons. So this one weighs £21, 12 ounces. It's a bit lively. Way fought as well. Definitely not been asleep. No leeches on them either. It's on a single chod. Come on, baby. Right, come on. There you go. First one of the year. £21, 12 ounce mirror from Waving Valley Sea Lake on sticky baits, new winter mix. Been tweaking it around for a little while and I think I've got it how I want it. I might just want a little bit more sweetener in it. Anyway, nice start to the new year. Bait's white as well. Most people know I love white baits in the winter. Anyway, I'm going to get him back now. Get the rod back out again. Right, fish weighed £21, 12 ounces, so a nice start to the new year and finally off the mark. Hopefully the curse of the book is now gone. Anyway, I've been doing a few little things different. I've been using the bloodworm pellets. A good friend of mine, Sean Leverett, he said why don't you have a crack with them. So anyway, I'm using the bigger ones. I'm doing a few little things different, right, yeah. I'm adding like what I call virgin olive oil. It's very green, like olive oil. It's not been cut and that. Everyone knows when you put hemp out, right, yeah, just in the spot, etc, right, yeah, how the oil, even in cold weather, like pops on the top. It's not like fish oils where it all coagulates on the bottom. So what I'm trying to do is put something there, but a pellet's going to like sort of mash down, break down quick, but I just want the attractiveness of it, right, yeah. So what I do is get a dry pellets, cover them in oil, and then I leave them to soak it in. So you can imagine it's really, 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 right, yeah, attractive, right, yeah, as soon as you put it in the water. So I'm trying to, like, it's a bit like a chum line, right, yeah, in sea fishing. They put all this rubby-dubby stuff together, right, yeah, and that's what I'm trying to do, pull them to one area. Anyway, I've had one. I mean, the lake was fishing when it was milder, then it's turned colder, and there hasn't been anything else out here, but I've been the only one on here for 2 nights. And after a rechuck, after messing around with the rigs, right, yeah, and getting nothing, and just switching straight back to a long running chod rig, right, yeah, with a white pop-up, I was away within 5 minutes. I had a few liners in the night. I think I've been tucked up this morning on one rod out in the middle, just cooking breakfast, and the rod absolutely pulled up tight, out the clip, and then fell slack. Now I think that's just where at the last possible moment, right, yeah, it's like got rid of it. It's managed to rid the hook bait, yeah, the hook bait. So sometimes you get this. It's very, very, you know, minimal, that sort of occurrence. I might get maybe, if I had 3 in a year, I can't even remember the last one I had, to be honest, right, yeah, that'd be about most I ever get. Just like I say, it's a bit unlucky, but it's not a few bleeps, it's actually the rod's pulled tight, everything's gone, and then it's fell slack straight away. So obviously I pulled the line, and obviously just to see if I'd been cut off, and I could move it right till it tightened up before it moved the lead. I'm fishing out just behind a bar, just past sort of like about 3/4 way across in a deep silty trough. The fish I had was to the left, along an old, where there used to be an old massive bramble bush, right, yeah, but it's been hacked away over the years and cleared away because there was like so many losses and stuff, fish going in these snags. So they still go there, and right in the corner there's a bush as well. I know they use that. I haven't got a rig on that, I've been baiting it, so I might today move one of the rods and actually put a bait there, because I know a couple of weeks ago some fish were there, and it's a normal haunt. I'd put a rod. So what I'm going to do now is run past what I'm doing. They're sticky baits, bloodworm pellets, so I'm using right, there's 2 sizes. These are the bigger ones. I would have thought they look about 4 mil, 3.5 mil. There they are. I'll just put a load in the bucket. You don't need loads of bait, not doing this, so I just like to make a little bit up in advance. No need to go mad, because you're going to put so much attractiveness in the water. So it's like a few catapultfuls, or a couple of spodfuls, just little spodfuls as well. Right, here's the oil. I'll get that from Tesco's. It's about £5. It's about a litres worth there. Right, just give them a good coat. So about 10 mil, just to start with, because you only want to just coat them up so they're all shining. If they're a bit too much, like they are there, right, yeah, so I don't want them sticking together, and I want them, when I put them out in the catapult, right, yeah, to like spray out, not stick. So I just like add a few more. Give them a shake again. I've even got the ducks hanging around. They must be able to smell these babies. Right. Right, if you can see, look, just enough to coat them, right, yeah? And I'll show you what they do in the water in a minute. There you go. See, you imagine how attractive that is in the water, covered in oil, and then you've got the slow breakdown of the pellet as well. Like I say, you don't want to get into yeah, like I said, you don't want to get into putting loads of these out, not unless you're getting loads of bites. But like at range, just use like a tiny quarter spot. I'm fishing a lot round the edge because you've got far banks, right, yeah, or far margins where no one can fish. You can get round and bait up the sides as well. You can get up and bait up, so I just put it out with a catapult. So a lot of my fishing, I'm fishing off the drop off, right, yeah, into sort of like 8-9 foot of water, right, yeah, just on the edge of the silt where it runs from the shelf to the bottom, then the silt then runs away. I found that they like to lay up against these sort of, I call them brick walls, right, yeah, in the winter. It could even be like a massive bar out in the lake, so that's worth looking for. Like I say, you want to keep it like minimal, but because you can imagine that oil, right, yeah, when you put it in the water, okay, even in like mega cold, like, I mean, yesterday it was minus, what was it, -6 at night, -7 at night, and that would even still, at this time of the year, with the water temperatures, right, yeah, that'll still be popping away. So you're just trying to bring them in, right, yeah, with minimal food, right, yeah, and then of course, you know me, got to fish the boilies, normally chods, done a lot of dark side fishing, and to be honest with you, right, yeah, it's paid off sometimes, especially on tuitions, but like big fish waters, definitely not, apart from the dink, and that was like, oh, what was that, late September, just because the nature of the lakes I'm fishing a lot of the time are like weedy. So and a lot of the lakes I'm fishing at the moment, sort of, well, around Norfolk and stuff, they don't have weeding, so I'm just fishing like the real silty areas of the lake. So it's, if it ain't silty, I want weed. If it ain't weedy, I want silt. Everyone else fishes the hard stuff, the gravel and all the rest of it, and like, basically, unless they're right in the edge, right, yeah, I don't want to know. And I'd have to fish like certain dark side rigs right here on the bottom there, or balanced bottom baits, snowman setups, etc, etc. Also, like a lot of people not taking the mick out of you, right, yeah, they ain't fishing a lot at the moment, right, so it'd be a good thing, right, yeah, like to prepare for the winter. I've just done an article in advance which will be out in the next few weeks, right, yeah, on this, like, you know, getting your pop-ups ready, getting your bait even sorted, checking your line, changing your line would be the best thing, right, yeah, because you haven't used it for so long. You don't want to like rush and do all this at the end. You know, if you're using mesh hook baits, mesh them up, get them in the glug, get them in the salty glug as well. Pick your waters, go and have a look, bait up, all these little things, right, yeah, gets you in the like the zone really. And I mean, I'm already baiting some hush hush secret waters right now, not with boilies, just with like, I call them seeds of the gods, bit of aniseed, loads of rock salt, of course. Why have I come out about the rock salt in the last sort of like 6 months or so? Well, I don't know, got pulled into it. A lot of people think they know what it's all about, haven't got a clue. It's like, mix a bit of tins of tuna, mix a bit of rock salt, mix a bit of this. It's just, have you actually got a clue what the salt actually does? Well, I've got quite a in-depth look at this, right, yeah, no, an in-depth knowledge of it, right, yeah, that's what I mean to say. Carp, like most things, right, yeah, we all need salt to survive, right, yeah, and the hardest thing for a carp to do is to, or it's top of his menu is sourcing salt. They get it from many sorts of clay areas, snail shells, right, yeah, but if you give them a salt source, right, yeah, like in your bait, on your particle, etc, you can pull them to an area. Now if everyone's doing it, it's just they go around picking some from here, some from there. But if you're on a water and you're the only one using it, and you keep it to one spot, maybe two, like on a northerly wind or on a southwesterly wind, so if you get two of these like different winds blow up, you've got two areas going, they'll travel backwards and forwards. They love the salt, they can ingest it, and they can like absorb it through their skin, so I've been told. Anyway, you can't really overdo salt, right, yeah, because it's water soluble, right, yeah, so as soon as you put it in the water it's dissolving. And at the end of the day, right, yeah, you'd have to put so much salt in, it's an absolute joke. But it is a, you know, a big edge. Winter hook baits, I don't really salt them up, but like say from March onwards, so I'll be changing back to fish meals and fishing that all the way through till say like, well, at this day and age, like November. I just placed a rig in a new spot. I've been baiting since I've been here. Probably put about ½ kilo on it, and some sticky baits, bloodworm pellets soaked in hemp oil. And the rod had been out, just thought I'd try it. The rod had been out about 2.5 hours. Got this Scraper 20 mirror. Bit of an angry one, it's got a hell of a big tail on it. Look at the colours of that, bright red, orangey belly as well. I was just thinking about moving over to Hartsmere because I just baited that. And just clearing my bits up and bang. So I might stay for another night, see what happens. Nothing happens by the morning, I think I'll do a move. I was on a chod rig as well, white bait, Sticky's new winter mix I've been working on. So happy days. Looks like Jim might be back in the groove in the end of the curse. Right, I've got to get this baby back. Right, just had another one. Put that fish back. Decided to move the rods about a bit. So I put this on a new area I know does fish, but I hadn't baited it. And put some baits on it. Walked into the bivvy and away. It's a nice linear 26.2. So there you go, happy days, eh? It's all working now, coming together. They're right close to the bank, but just on the drop off. Well caught, Jim. On the old running choddy again. Look at that, lovely, eh? January fish, Parker. Let's get him back. Come on. Happy days. The curse is gone. I know something, I need to have a shower. I stink the fish now. So after dark I'm going to be having a shower. It's a good thing about fishing Waveney. Right, the rod back in the corner from the pre-baited area. Just done like an old one, been on the missing list for about a few years. I last had this about 6 or 7 Novembers ago at £30 an ounces. So this is like one of the original stocking. It's £27. Some good nick in it.
It's lovely, mate.
There you go, old grey one. £27 exactly. Tell you something, I need a shower tonight.
Which state are you?
Stinker fish. I'm not used to it. Happy days at Waveney Valley Sea Lake. Are they alright, Andy?
Yep.
So look at the normal ones. Push at the bottom. That's it. And then up there. Yeah, a bit tighter on that. Nice. Woman hell, lively, isn't they?
It doesn't look like it's been sitting up either, does it?
No. Yeah.
It's better, mate.
Couple this side. I can't believe that mark, or that lump. Can't remember that when I last had it. Right. Bloody hell. Mental. Now, on. That's it. Right on that. What? The curse is gone. Back in the groove.
Got to get spunked up, haven't you?
I'm having a shower later, mate. Trust me. There you go. My little white lovelies.